It's Deaf Awareness Week, and I wanted to talk a little bit about my own hearing loss and how it affects me on a day to day basis. I am deaf in my right ear and a little bit deaf in my left. I wear bicross hearing aids, which give me more of a 360 sound, which you can't really see. They're very discreet unless you're standing behind me or I do this, which I don't tend to do often. In my day to day life, I struggle with voices, I struggle with um, understanding where sound is coming from. I quite often find it tiring, so my brain spends a lot of time trying to figure out the messages that are being received, and I can find that quite a challenge sometimes. So if I've been out maybe at a conference, a seminar, or something like that, it does by the end of the day I have a headache and my brain is tired from doing the work of the seminar and also trying to keep up with the conversation that's happening. It's taken me quite a long time to be open about my hearing loss and to really understand and accept how it does affect me in my daily life. I have extremely supportive friends and family who understand and quite honestly make a joke, I guess, of my hearing loss and the things I mishear quite often. My brain will hear something that is not right at all, and it takes me some time to decipher what that message is. It's also very difficult, professionally speaking, in networking or social situations. A lot of areas tend to be noisy, background noise, white noise, voices, that type of thing. My own hearing loss means I can't pick out what those voices are. I can't focus on the one voice I should be listening to. So it makes it extremely difficult for me. I was very concerned about speaking up about my own hearing loss in the professional world. I didn't want to be seen as less capable or unprofessional or as if I couldn't do, wasn't good at what I know I'm good at. Um, Thankfully, I think most of that fear was unfounded. Um, I have had a very good response to everybody that I have ever mentioned it to. And usually, the very good thing is it does spark a lot of conversations, and people do ask me questions about it. Interestingly, people react in mostly positive ways. However, there are still some interesting telltale signs. The best one is when I say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm hard of hearing," and you get this approach. Like they're trying to look at your ears just to check if there's anything, obvious there. Thankfully, I don't get many people shouting. I think a lot of people have now realised that that's really not the best approach. But people do make an effort to speak clearer. The other thing that is useful is to not speak with your mouth covered. So try not to cover your mouth too much when you're talking to me, because it's really difficult to lip read when you can't see a person's mouth. Um, I think it's very important for people to be deaf aware, and deaf aware in the whole spectrum of hearing loss as well, from profoundly deaf through to mild hearing loss. It affects people in different ways, and you have to understand that everybody will deal with that differently and handle it in their own way. Um, Deaf Awareness Week for me is a chance to be more open about it, talk about it, and try and contribute to and start conversations, so we can make hearing loss less of an invisible disability.